I would advocate for this for members of parliament, members of the Toronto Police Board, and members of the community to sit down in a room, leave our egos outside, and really get to the root of the issue. That's what we need to do. There's no more talking about, hey, let's do this or let's fund it. Let's actually get to the root of the issue. If we want to stop this, we need to stop sugarcoating things, stop doing things for media, and get to the root of the issue.
That clear message from a former Toronto gang member who recently spent 2 years behind bars for a violent crime. Now, gun violence tragically in our city, it's nothing new, though the brazen nature of some shootings in all corners of Toronto is of grave concern. We're here on King Street West, where this boarded up window and these 3 bullet holes, they tell in part a deadly tale. Just after midnight on Wednesday, 34-year-old Edwin Velasquez was here, right where I'm standing, walking with a group of friends. He was shot and killed. Another woman who was walking nearby, she was also shot by a bullet and rushed to hospital. Now today, our former chief of police, he's now a federal minister, Bill Blair, arrived in town to announce about $7 million in funding, in part for grassroots community programs that can steer kids away from gangs.
This is an innovative project aimed at addressing the root causes of youth gang involvement. It offers youth skill building in mental health literacy and resiliency to address trauma, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, and hypersensitive fight or flight responses that have been developed due to community violence. And it will be implemented in various Toronto neighbourhoods across the city.
Blair also announced $400,000 over a 2-year period to Toronto Police for an enhanced neighborhood officers program. The program will include gang prevention and intervention training while helping communities in 4 separate police divisions. Minister Blair, you were a chief of police when politicians would swoop in and throw money at the gun problem in Toronto. Here you are now as the politician coming in with the funding announcement. Doesn't seem that much has changed. We still have gun violence in our city. How is this going to be any different?
Funding is in support of initiatives that have been presented and very comprehensively examined by our government. We heard from both the City of Toronto and from the Toronto Police Service that came in and made a compelling case with evidence of what works. And they've asked us to invest in what works because they need to do more and they want to do more.
Are we going to see how this money is working? And is there a plan for that?
A big part of supplying that funding is ensuring that we obtain feedback and provide feedback to the City of Toronto.
The number of shootings that have resulted in homicides have steadily increased over the last 6 years. The number of gun-related murders in Toronto have doubled since 2013. When asked about the findings of his gun ban consultation, Bill Blair added that he's willing to do whatever it takes to stop violence in Canada, but noted he was trying to find a plan that also worked for law-abiding handgun owners in this country. Now this year, Toronto's 50 of Toronto's 95 homicides are all gun-related.